Well, good afternoon. I should say good evening. My name is Jeremy Duckworth, and I serve as the Executive Director for the Central Alabama Redevelopment Alliance. We have on the line a bunch of awesome people that I cannot name all of you, but I will say special thanks to Lisa McKinney and also Corey Bishop. And I just want to kind of give some background of how we got here. Right now, I'm kind of like, oh my gosh, this is actually happening. I cannot believe this. This is so amazing. It's been a journey to get here, to find good people, to find good partners. It's so hard to find good people, but I'm so thankful that God has led me to find them, and I appreciate everything they've done for us as a community, and also just as people, people to people. And so thank you all to Lisa and Corey. Uh, I met Corey through an introduction from a guy named Frank Woodson. Frank was bragging about Corey, and telling me how great this guy was. And Frank is one of these guys that just loves everybody. And I'm just like, sure, he's a great guy. And I sit down with Corey at Starbucks over in Five Points West. There was two other business owners there, and they're talking that whole corporate talk, from being in business for 30 years. And I'm just like, okay, they want to do the pretend smart thing. I got it. Okay. But then Corey, I say something that I learned recently, and Corey takes it a whole another level deeper. And I never forget, I looked at him and I just kind of paused and I said, that's right. I think I was like shocked. I was like, yeah, that's right. And so I don't know if you remember this moment, Corey, but I was just like, dude, that's exactly it. That's how you build a community right there. And I was just impressed. And so we started working together. Whatever I could do to help him, I was down for it. And then I got a call from one of my, I guess I would call him associate, Ty Williams. I've known Ty for about 6 years now. And Ty was talking about how UA is getting involved with the program or some kind of study in Fairfield. And I was like, Corey, go over here and go to this thing and talk to these people from UA. And Corey did, not knowing even what to say to him at all. He just went in faith and just did it. And by doing that, he met Lisa. And he said, hey, he called me, I think that same day. It's like, hey, I'm going to sit down with her. What do I do? I was like, I don't know. Just talk to her. Just talk to her. I don't know, see if she'll help us. I don't know. And he did. He kept talking with her. And I think that takes courage, right? To share your dreams, to share the things that you want to accomplish, but also it takes courage to listen as well. And I appreciate that. This is a huge moment for not only the Five Points West community, but also not for the West, but just for Alabama in itself, because these kind of partnerships don't happen every day. And so I just want to say thank you to the courage that these two people had, because without them, this would not exist. And I would be remiss in not acknowledging that. And so I just appreciate you guys so much. Lisa, the floor is yours.
Guys, I don't want to take up too much time. I wanted to just, from our perspective, tell you what to expect. I'm so happy that you have enrolled in the computer class and you're going to give it a try. I want to explain, how it will work so you understand it. You will be paired with one tutor, and it will be a university student, and we are going to match them up with what you expressed was what you wanted to learn, whether it was Excel, whether it was Word, whether it was PowerPoint, and we're going to make sure that they feel like that's their strongest skill set. We're also looking carefully at what you put for what you feel is your level, beginner, intermediate, whatever. But that really doesn't matter, because you're going to have one tutor that's going to be right with you the entire 8 weeks and is dedicated to you and nobody else, for that 75 minutes a week. I also I want to stress that I think that you can achieve an astronomical and exponential amount of learning when it's a one-on-one relationship with a tutor, if you want to say, and it's not a 30 or 40 person room. I don't know how anyone learns computers in a room of 30 to 40 people. I don't think you do. And that's how my computer classes, there were 300 people. It was garbage. You're going to learn 100 times faster than in any other format. It's going to be 100% at your pace. You're going to be able to direct your learning to, I want to do that. I want to do that. We're going to suggest things that you may not be aware that Excel can do. Every week for the last 20 years, I have found out yet another thing that Excel can do that changes my life I, about a year ago, I figured out a way that I could, in 5 keystrokes, I could look through a list of 1,000 things and it would tell me which ones were duplicates based on certain criteria. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I've wasted so much of my life. And Excel has done that for me thousands of times, and I never learn it all. So we have 2 sets of curriculum. I guess that would be curricula, octopus, octopi, curriculum, curriculi, I don't know. But I'm not an English person. But we're going to email them so you can see them. One is a website called gcflearnfree.org, and we'll send you that, gcflearnfree.org. And it has materials that we can use as a guide, and where we can go back and forth and demonstrate skills, and you can practice outside of it. The other curriculum, and you'll work with your tutor to decide which one you want, is the actual curriculum we use for our CS 285 course here, which is a rigorous course. Again, I'm going to show you both of these. We're going to email them to you. And on the first day, you're going to sit down and look at them with your tutor, because we really want to take the time to, what do you want to learn? What do we suggest that you learn? Which one of these curricula looks like it's more for you? Which one is more appealing to you? Once we get a nice lesson plan lined out, and we direct it to what is the most useful for my business, for efficiency, for management, and for operations, that's our whole goal. We really have huge goals with this. I believe, because I know it's happened to me, getting better at these computer programs has made me 1,000 times more efficient. I mean, literally, me giving you that one example of the duplicate thing, sometimes that would take me 4 hours. And then I was like, I am such an idiot. That was 5 keystrokes. I am such an old fart. I don't know anything. So every week I learn another one of those, and I go, why do we even need humans anymore? I just need to get, now the other thing I want to say is, this is a win-win relationship. This is a give and take relationship. I started the LIFT program, yes, to use, our 2 goals are to use university resources to make the community around us better, whether it was youth, teens, inmates, small businesses, whatever. But the other half of it that's been the big sell for the university, because they're selfish, is I'm trying to develop a business leader that I believe is what the future of business is. And that person needs to communicate. They need to engage with people. They can't be a mouse that can't talk to people. They have to listen to other people. And a big part of this is the value, and they know it when they sign up, is the value of getting to know a small business owner. To them is a big sell for them. It's cool to them because they know that, as I've described all of you, I've met so many of you and gotten to know you. I sent an email out and I copied Jeremy on it. I said, these are extremely intelligent people in ways that you don't know how to be intelligent. These are ways that take 10 to 20 years. Just the street smarts and the street cred that Corey's got in business. And I don't know, you couldn't even learn that in 30 years at Harvard. I mean, that I don't know how we would ever package, for example, the skill set Corey has and put it in a classroom. So understand that I don't think that we're amazing people coming in here telling you how to do things. I just think I have some nerdy, techie students that have a skill set that you can use. And in exchange, we're being selfish because we want them to know you. So this is no us doing things for other people. This is a true partnership. I believe this makes them better business leaders by having contact with small business owners. That, to me, I've learned more in the last year, and I'm going to be honest, I'm almost 50 years old, than in the previous 30 about business, Jeremy and Corey. And that is because when I worked with giant corporations, I learned a tiny little sliver of one thing and beat it to death, right? A highly technical piece of garbage, how to hide money offshore for, stuff like that. When I worked with a small business, I had to learn marketing, management, operations, computers. I have changed more in the last year and learned more in the last year from you guys than I have in my whole career. And that's what I want to bring to them. So that's all I really want to say. We all care about you. And the students that are with me on this care so much about Alabama. The big part of this LIFT program is using university resources to embrace Alabama, including small businesses. Why UA would not be holding the hands of small businesses in any way they could is beyond me. That is a big purpose. That's why we exist. So that I'm done. Enough of me talking. We do want to hear from Corey next. And I think that Corey's story of, what he's gotten out of engagement with us might be encouraging. So Jeremy, I think you really want to hear from Corey a little bit. Boy, Corey's something else, isn't he?
He is. Mr. Bishop.
Nisha.
How you doing? I just want to start off with saying thank you for all the accolades, man. They really mean a whole lot to me. We have done a lot of work together. We have bridged a whole lot of gaps. And the thing about bridging the gap is application. That's what I thought about. I had a conversation with Jeremy earlier today, and I thought about the whole day of what would I talk about. But application is it. Actually applying what was told to me. They had to beat it in my head several times because again, for 20 years, I did what I wanted to do. So it was no reason why I should do anything different because this Jeremy, man, I don't even know this dude for real. He came in, he telling me how to change up everything, tell me how to do this, how to do that. I want to hear that. But then again, I thought about it. You know what? It makes sense. It makes sense to try it this way because you tried it your way all this time. It worked for you. It really did work for you. But did it work for your family? Did it work for the next generation of you? Because the day I stopped doing it was the last day that would be done. And that was very, very unfortunate after I had that thought and that conversation with Jeremy and Lisa about what are you going to do when you can't stand up on that floor anymore? Because right now you are your business. And that's the mistake a lot of people like us have. We are our business. And we have to change that because our business needs to be a representation of us, but not us. So we need to be able to go out and do other things, grow other businesses, so that business can stand and our next generation of kids can have a business and their kids can have a business. So this opportunity was great for me just to see how to apply some things that I never even heard of. S Corp. When Jeremy told me about the S Corp, I was like, bro, yeah, man, past the LLC, bro, I don't know what you're talking about. Have no earthly idea. But after finding out what it is, why it is, and the purpose of it, I mean, we all silly for not having one. We should have been had one years ago. But these are the things that we learn when we actually get a picture of what good business is. And that's all we want to do for the next generation is good business. Good application, good business. See, look at Miss Summers always got something. She said, look at the B Corp. Miss Summers is a genius, you know what I'm saying? But that's the case. You get a chance to connect with other people. That's just the thing. Jeremy and Lisa talk a lot about me, but Miss Tanisha, hey, she got more than popcorn over there. I can tell you that much. Mr. Davis, he has a whole lot more than t-shirts going on. These are other people that you can reach out to and say, hey, bro, give me your true opinion on what happened for you in that program. Did you apply any of those things? And if you did, how did they work out? I can tell you like this, my business had a 13% uptick 2-3 months after I started paying attention. 6 months after I started paying attention, I was looking to open up a new store. So 7 months after I started paying attention, I was not only looking to open up a new clothing store, but I was opening to a whole new business venture that's totally not me. But that's what's happening when you actually apply the things that have been given to you. I mean, we got the seeds in us already. We already have it in us. All we have to do is water ourselves and truly, truly appreciate ourselves and apply it to ourselves and our businesses. And again, the next generation of business leaders, I'm scared of them, man. I'm scared of them because if we're great, excuse me, if we're great, just imagine what's next. I mean, greatness can't get better than that, right? I appreciate your time and your talent tonight. Thank you.
Awesome. That was awesome. So thank you so much. And I agree with Tanisha. It's very inspiring, Corey. We're done for tonight. Just want to kind of give you guys the why behind it, the kind of also, it's going to be an 8-week course. At the completion of it, you will get a certificate as well from Roll Tide, University of Alabama. If you're an Auburn fan, I feel sorry for you because your team sucks, but it's okay. But now we're playing with you. Auburn's a good partner as well of ours. So we're done for tonight. we're done for tonight, but just wanted to kind of give you guys what to expect out of this, right? And take ownership. And again, I can't say enough just kind and just gracious words about Lisa and Corey. They've been amazing partners and I appreciate them so much. So that's it.
You've been an amazing
Class
partner.
starts tomorrow.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's been so much fun. Class starts tomorrow. Don't be
It
late.
has been fun.
We won't fire you. We'll just write you up. So just know that. So see y'all soon.
Guys,